Looks like today's the day I'm gonna try to run this dyno. I'm gonna go ahead and take this Crown Vic off the dyno because it idles, but I want to make sure the dyno works before I start the tuning process on this Crown Vic. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll this thing off, put it over there probably, and I'm gonna put this EcoBoost Mustang on it. It's still completely stock right now, but I just want to make sure that the dyno is reading properly, and if it needs to be calibrated, I can do all that. So I've never used the dyno on my own, so this is gonna be a learning process for me, and looks like I'll be doing a lot of Googling and whatnot today. So first thing we're gonna do is pump this up. I need to get back on this project, by the way, because when I put it aside, it just stands there for months, and I feel like I'm ignoring it, you know what I mean? So what I'm gonna do is, as soon as I figure out how to use the dyno, I'm gonna go ahead and hook up HP tuners to the Mustang, the EcoBoost Mustang, and kind of see and get an idea, do some more research, and go from there. But I'm excited to drive this thing at least down the road or something. Like, it's been a year since I started this process, and my goal was to do it in like 3 months, and it's been a year. Now, was I working on it full time? No, I was not. It was on and off. So I guess it's not so bad, but I'd like to complete this thing. So on that last pull, I got a check engine light, and we got the code P0299, turbocharger under boost state. So that kind of makes sense why I'm showing weird numbers. mean, the last pool I did like a quarter mile, and I did a quarter mile at 15.1. Eighth of a mile was 9.9, and the reaction time was 0.3. So, but just did some research and I realized what the problem is. Basically, the wastegate rod comes off on these, and that's exactly what happened on mine. This rod here on the wastegate, it's behind the shield, but it's supposed to be attached over there, and it's not. So what I gotta do is I gotta remove this shield. It's super hot right now because I just ran it, but I gotta remove this shield here and then get to the spot over there and put the clip back on. The clip is obviously missing, but I'll have to find another one to make it fit, and I should be good there. But that's dyno day number 1. That's a learning process for sure. This is my first time ever running a dyno on my own. Strapped the car in by myself and everything, so I don't know, maybe I'm doing some stuff wrong, but I'm learning. Alright, so I was able to get the rod back on there. As you can see, the rod's back on, but I don't have an E-clip here that fits that, so I'll have to pick up a set probably and figure out which one fits the most. I'm not able to get the shield removed all the way because the bottom bolt over there is a T27 Torx and it's stripped. So best I can do is just pull it back, and I was able to get the rod back on there, but there's just no room. But somehow tomorrow, maybe with the pliers or or something, I'll go from underneath and try to fit the clip on, and then I should have a boost again. So it's exciting. This is a pretty easy fix, and it looks like it's a common problem on these EcoBoost Mustangs. I thought it was a bigger problem, but turns out it's not. So I'll be back on this tomorrow. Alright, so I picked up some clips from O'Reilly's and I put the rod back on, and we're all good there. Clear the codes, no codes, the rod is working. So I'm gonna do another pull and see how it goes. So there's my quarter mile now that the turbo's working. It's almost a second faster. Okay, so this last one is probably the most accurate one. So I got 255 horsepower and 321 torque. And this dyno reads a little bit lower, I guess, than others. It's a Mustang dyno. So I'm pretty sure that's pretty accurate. I mean, this car at the crank is supposed to have 310 horsepower, so minus about 15%. That's probably about right. And torque is supposed to be at 350 on this one, but I'm reading 321. So I'm not sure, but this is the most accurate numbers I got so far on this car, and this is my second day learning. But I'm glad the turbo is working on this thing now, and looks like that clip is gonna work. It's staying on, so the turbo actuator is working flawlessly. And now that I know that the dyno is working, I can go ahead and put the Crown Vic back on here and start tuning it. So wish me luck on that. But that's gonna be it on this video. I'm gonna go ahead and take this thing off the dyno and take it for a drive, because I'd like to feel it, how it drives with the turbo actually working, because apparently I'm guessing the turbo never worked 100% because of that actuator rod being off or whatever. So all right, well, that's gonna be it on this one. Stay tuned, like and subscribe for more, and later.